Welcome back to the Spinoffs podcast. Thank you all for watching episode 1.
And we're excited to bring you episode 2. We have 2 special guests here today on the show.
Yep.
But first, we would like to recognize those who celebrate Good Friday and Easter. We love the Lord here at the Spinoffs podcast.
And our first segment's going to be a brand new segment, which it's only episode 2, so it's going to be new. But it's called Free For All. We get to talk about whatever we want, however long we want, with some input from the other person.
Do you want to go first?
I'll go first. March Madness wrapped up this past week. Sunday, we saw the LSU Tigers beat the Iowa Hawkeyes. Go Tigers. My LSU Tigers, by the way.
Caitlin Clark's going to be a star, though.
Caitlin Clark's going to be good, but Angel
She
Reese
hits
is
from
better.
the logo.
That's true. Caitlin Clark pulls up from Curry range. And then Monday night, we saw UConn win their fifth tournament in 25 years. To put it in perspective, UK's only won one in the past 25 years.
They are quickly becoming a blue blood. I think they're
absolutely.
now tied with Duke and someone else. I can't remember at the moment. I think they're like tied for third now, only trailing
Third or
UK
fourth all time.
and UCLA.
Yep.
Those are the only teams I think they trail. No, Indiana. They're either tied with Indiana or Indiana has one more. But a thing I wanted to talk about a little bit was the ratings for both of them. The women's had their highest rating ever. They had about 9.9 million viewers, and that was like the highest the women's tournament had ever seen before. So
more viewers than the Orange Bowl between Tennessee and Clemson this year, by the way.
So it's interesting to see how the game of women's basketball has definitely evolved.
Caitlin Clark was a huge part of that. Everybody thought after Iowa beat South Carolina that they were going to go on and handle LSU with ease. Clearly, they did not.
Well, because South Carolina beat the tar out of LSU.
They did. But clearly, Iowa did not handle LSU with ease. Angel Reese is just... She is her.
And then for the men's final, we had the lowest viewing numbers in the history of the men's tournament, with only about 14 million tuning in to watch UConn win that fifth national championship. So are we seeing maybe a closing of the gap in terms of is women's basketball becoming more popular, or is men's basketball getting less popular?
College basketball, maybe. Women's college basketball, maybe. I don't think the WNBA's got a long way to catch up to the NBA. And I think that they could start out by lowering the rim so we see more dunking, more highlight plays, more action-packed games. I mean...
It would make sense.
I would watch if there was a little bit more dunking, but I don't watch a lot of basketball anyway.
Yeah, I don't watch NBA. I was about to say, I don't really want to, critique the WNBA because, I don't watch the NBA. No. So, I don't know. Maybe not.
Would you like to introduce your free-for-all segment?
So, my free-for-all segment was kind of just I'll call the general topic golf. So, today for the Masters tournament, a tree had fallen down in the middle of the green area that they were going to putt on, and almost hit people.
Yeah, nobody was hurt, though, so that's a good thing.
I don't know. I feel like if a tree fell out of the sky and you got hit by the tree, you kind of deserve it. How do you not notice a tree?
Get hit by a tree, win the Masters for free.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I want a piece of the prize or something. You could at least sue them and make a lot of money off of it.
Be like being the Happy Gilmore. You got to put it off the tree to win.
Oh my God! What if Happy Gilmore would tear up that tree?
Oh, absolutely. Happy Gilmore is the greatest golfer of all time.
That's actually... My brother had a list of movies, and he had Happy Gilmore on there.
Happy Gilmore's great.
Yeah, Happy Gilmore is a great, great movie. But I say this, and I'm always astounded by the golfers there at the Masters, because I cannot golf, and I learned that again recently over spring break. I went golfing. Terrible.
Golfing's not easy.
No. Every single shot I had was off to the right, easily. And I don't know particularly why, because I would even try to put myself over way to the left when I was driving.
Yeah.
Still, hitting trees. I drove one onto another green area of a whole nother one, where you could putt. I drove it all the way over there.
That's impressive. That is
I am one of the most notoriously bad golfers there is.
I'm pretty bad too. I'm not good at golf. Every time I go to Topgolf, I'm lucky to hit it in maybe twice a match. So
I used to use the driving range at the country club every so often. Clearly, that has not helped me No. At all. Because I am a terrible golfer now. Maybe it's just that I've never golfed. Like, golfing's one thing, like, I've never done in my entire life.
Yeah.
What have you ever, like, what are your experiences with golfing? Maybe they're a lot better than mine.
See, growing up, I wanted to golf. I got golf clubs at a young age. And then Miss Walker from the middle school actually was my golf coach for, like, maybe a month. We went out to the driving range and stuff. I broke a 4-wood. I slammed it on the ground on accident instead of hitting the ball, and the head just went rolling away. So that was an experience. And now I can't golf. I do have cousins though who are like super good at golfing.
Speaking of which,
like
I have
children PGA.
I have a friend who's on the golfing team who we decided to go out to Riverbend one day. Yeah, it's Ashley. And she's talking all this trash, like, I'm going to beat you, I'm going to destroy you. We get to about the 8th hole, and I'm, like, beating her by, like, a lot of strokes. And
so she had a stroke.
Yeah. So I come back from putting. And then she's sitting in the car. She's laughing. I'm like, what is wrong with you? She's taken the scorecard and ripped it up into about 100 pieces, and she tells me that a fox ate it. I was
Ashley Steele, you are a sore loser.
If you're gonna tell me that you tore up the scoring card, either at least A, be honest about it.
Yeah.
Or B, at least come up with a believable story.
Fox.
She still to this day will ask me, "Have you seen the fox that tore up the scorecard?" No, the fox doesn't exist. There is no fox that ate that scorecard.
Oh, absolutely
liar.
Actually, Ashley recently asked if she could be on the podcast, so possibly, just maybe, we'll have her on one week to explain further that story.
And ever since then, it's actually ruined golf for me. I can no longer, to this day, golf without thinking that fox is going to jump out of the woods and eat me, just like it ate that scorecard.
Just like Swiper.
So, oh my god, I actually used to be really afraid of Swiper as a child.
No, you were afraid of Swiper the fox from
Dora? I'm afraid of foxes. I have a terrible fear of foxes. They eat my scorecards. They're always
steal your
Dora.
Stuff.
Bro, foxes, they're sneaky.
They are sneaky.
Foxes, they're furries. Furries are also scary. I'm telling you, it's just my irrational fear of foxes. That is what this free-for-all has turned into.
It has,
my irrational fear of foxes.
This is exactly what we wanted this segment to turn into. Just a big tangent. That's the point of the segment. So,
and come to think of it, like, I've never liked foxes. Like, I live next to the woods. Like, my house is next.
True.
And there are foxes out there in those woods, I'm positive.
Coyotes, not foxes.
There have been coyotes too, but I'm sure there are foxes out there.
Maybe.
And I do not want to go in there now because there are foxes. And then there are now 3 different scenarios in my life where I've been terrified of foxes. I'm just never going to go outside again.
Ever.
No, I'm literally going to stay inside.
Yeah.
You never know when a fox could eat you.
Oh, no, definitely not.
It's got to be like a big fox though,
You're just standing there and all of a sudden you just see orange. There's a fox gouging your eyes out,
It looks like a tiger. Like all you just see is orange and black. Yeah, it's kind of like a tiger. It's kind of like a small tiger,
It's not like a tiger.
Yes,
guys.
it is. It's a small tiger, pretty much.
I don't even know if foxes are in the dog family, but they're not tigers.
They're tigers. They are pretty much tigers.
You heard it here first, folks. Foxes are tigers. And I think that's a pretty good place to wrap up this segment.
Free-for-all segment.
Yeah. So
we'll bring the special guest on now. And we can cut it.
We're here with 2 of the star players from the best football team Raceland High School has ever fielded, Logan Lundy and Mason Likens.
So we wanted to bring you guys on the show because obviously you guys are doing really incredible things around here. So Logan, you're going to be the quarterback next year for Raceland. We wanted to ask you about what kind of a mindset you're going to be in for this season, building off the success of last season.
Well, we for sure lost a lot of star players, but we got some younger guys coming up that I feel like can patch a few holes, and our schedule's getting tougher, which a lot of people look at it as a bad thing, but I feel like it's going to make us better for the playoff run. It's going to when December comes around, we're going to be a lot sharper than we were last December. So.
Absolutely.
You all are playing the number 1 recruit in the entire state of Kentucky next year. How do you feel about that?
I hope he sees this because he ain't nothing. I got him. Just wait.
Logan talking crap to the Alabama recruit already.
Big words.
We'll see.
We'll see his Instagram post a couple of weeks ago.
We'll see what happens. I mean, it's a team sport.
Hey, listen. All I'm saying is I'm making a bold prediction right now. Logan Lundy's going to show up and throw 450 yards and 5 touchdowns on that kid's head and show him why Coach Saban ought to be recruiting him.
This kid's winning state next year. He did lose his number 1 receiver, though.
Well, I mean, you got to think about it, though. It's not me versus him. I think my team's probably better than his team coming.
Yeah.
So, if I got a better team, I should beat him.
And Mason, you two were both teammates at Russell at a time.
Yeah, for a while.
Yeah, and then y'all left us.
Yeah. A couple good reasons.
I'm sure there are.
Good reasons for that.
So, but you're now a state champion in high jump for track.
I am. Yeah.
And you're going to go run college track?
Either college track or college football.
Do you want to talk about your experiences on the track? Because track is something I've never done. It's something I'd never do. I mean, you look at my physical specimen, I probably run like a 6'9", 40.
We're currently sitting on boosted bar stools because these two would make us look small.
My ego cannot handle like looking like 4 foot like smaller than everyone else on a bar stool. Like I have pretty low standards, but that one just barely gets above it. So
it's more of a social event, honestly.
Yeah.
Track, yeah. A lot of girls.
Maybe you more just sit there and talk to people, and then you occasionally do your event.
So what events do you do?
I do high jump, long jump, and then I'll run either the 4x1 or 4x2. So relays.
Okay, I was about to ask you, what does that mean?
We're not track people. We don't know what that means.
4 guys that run around the track. They run like 4x1 is 4 guys, and each one of them run 100 meters. 4x2 is the same thing, except you have 200 meters.
And then you said you were a state champion?
For high jump, yeah.
For high jump. Yeah, how did it feel winning a state title? I imagine like you looked down to all the plebs who you competed against and shoved it in their faces and then went up to their mothers and told them what a disappointment their child was, I imagine, right?
And it was all right. I'm really looking to win the outdoor state champion, too.
Wait, there's a difference between outdoor and indoor?
It's weird.
Yeah, so
really?
Yes.
Indoors inside and outdoors outside.
Well,
I mean, it's 2 different.
No way!
Indoors more towards the end of winter and outdoors at the end of summer. Well, end of the season.
I understand, but like, why do you need a different? Why does there need to be a difference?
Outdoors harder.
Outdoors harder. You have to face the elements of outside.
Are you jumping into a snowstorm?
No, but it makes a difference jumping. Like inside, you can be like super consistent. Outside, like the weather can affect you.
Yeah.
What kind of weather are we talking here?
I mean,
blizzards in Kentucky in the summer.
Probably. I mean, like what? We just got done. We just got done like having 80-degree weather for like most of this week, and then we have 2 days of rain.
And 60-degree weather.
Yeah.
Kentucky's weather is wild. Like there was a week over the winter where it snowed like 3 or 4 inches, and then the next day it was like 65 degrees. So Kentucky sucks.
It really does.
So what colleges are you looking at right now, Mason?
For football, I'm looking at U Pike, Alderson Broaddus, and a couple other smaller schools. And then for track, it's really just Marshall.
Well, I'm going to Marshall, so I hope you can go too.
Yeah, they'd make excellent Marshall. Braden, you could probably be an outdoor track. He'd be an outdoor track champion for the relays.
I don't think so.
I imagine.
I can see him running a 60-meter dash.
Yeah.
What do you think, Logan? What's his 40 time right now? Right here, right now.
Honest?
Yeah. No, I want the lie.
You want the lie? 4-4.
Okay, what's the truth?
5-1, 5-2.
Okay.
Probably.
What's your 40 time?
My fastest one at Eastern was like a 4.69, so basically a 4.7.
Yeah. I'm running a 7 flat. They told me it was the best one they'd ever seen.
Where are you going?
I'm going to...
What's your 40 time?
I think my best was like a 4.5.
That's pretty good.
What about you,
Mr.
Speedster?
I think when my dad clocked me a few years ago, it was like 6.
I don't know what my actual one is. I say 7, but I haven't run a 40 since like middle school baseball tryouts.
Yeah, I haven't run a 40 in a while either.
Why are you making kids at a middle school baseball thing run a 40?
It's a
great question. We were in 60s in baseball.
Yeah, we were.
It was 60.
Okay.
It's the distance from first to third, I think.
So another thing we wanted to talk to Logan about was potentially breaking the all-time purpose yards.
The all-purpose yards record at Raceland High School.
I struggle to talk sometimes.
I can tell.
Yeah, so I put my personal goals aside because I'd rather win.
He's a team player.
Yeah.
What a nice guy.
But I kind of want that.
Everyone does.
Yeah,
it's hard not to focus on it,
Yeah, so Scott Grizzle's got it. I think I was talking to Braden earlier. It was like 5,800
yards,
something like that. And I think I'm 50. I got a whole year to do it.
I think you said you're about 52, 53.
Yeah, I got a whole year to do it. So injuries. Hopefully, I stay. No injuries. Everything goes right. Game plan goes right. We win games. I should get it.
Yep, because when you're winning games, obviously it's a
whole
lot easier.
Yeah, for sure.
And as the quarterback, when you're winning games, your stats look a whole lot prettier.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's been some games I've lost that, like Highlands. I threw
my Highlands stats were insane, too.
Yeah, my stats were pretty decent.
What was the final score of that game?
24-14.
I want that one back.
Yeah, he showed. I actually saw him like the morning after he got done after that Highlands game. They said it was rough. It was
terrible. They were legit.
They were good.
5A power.
They were like what in Cincinnati? They were like located in Cincinnati or something.
Newport.
It costs $40,000 to graduate there.
40,000. So it's a private school, but who's paying that much?
$10,000 a year?
Yeah, it's
$5,000 a semester. That's insane.
Why would you
for
do
high
that?
school?
Yes.
Like do
Marshall's
all
$7,000 a semester.
So. Like, are those kids all getting recruited to D1?
So,
you have to be. I'm not attending somewhere $5,000 a semester not to get recruited.
So the athletes don't have to pay a bigger I think
scholarships. Yeah.
Yes, I think they give the athletes a better set deal than they say would just a normal student.
Why would a normal student pay $5,000 to go to a school? That's awful.
Well, if your parents work there, you get a discount too. So. That's usually how most private.
I swear that's got to be like rich people,
and
they don't know how to spend their money.
Russell was looked at by the rich as a rich school at some point, but
once on a time. Now we're just as bad as everyone else.
Oh yeah.
Raceland, we might not have much, but they're good people. Hillbillies.
I've heard good things.
We're all hillbillies.
Yeah.
We all make fun of Green Up and dress up, but
listen, I didn't think this, but Raceland is right beside Green Up. The kids are country kids. I wouldn't change it any other way because I swear those.
Yeah, I love the culture down here, for better or for worse.
Yeah, it's good people.
Hey, we can all agree we're better than Ashland and Boyd County, though.
Yeah,
Raceland is better than Ashland.
I don't like Ashland or Green Up or any of them. Yeah. I'm not a fan.
Why not?
I can withstand most people from Russell.
Nah, I'm not a Russell guy. I like people from Green Up.
Yeah, because you got people from Russell.
Yeah.
He and Russell have bad blood.
Yeah. I put 50 on this year, so.
I like majority of people from Green Up, though, just the guys.
They ran out of touchdown fireworks when they played us.
I know. I was upset about it.
We showed up the next day. I was like, everyone was talking about the Raceland game. I was like, why are we talking trash? Literally.
They were still talking trash.
Yeah.
After we beat them.
And they were talking we had run out of they had run out of touchdown fireworks.
Yeah, when you run out of fireworks in a game, you're not good.
Yeah, no, Russell had a very down year this year. I do think if we could have done the things to keep you all there, we would have been much better.
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
A little bit.
I mean, Russell, I'm taking nothing from them. I think they had a decent team. I think they had a better team than people
lost.
think. And if you look, they were in at some point, they were in most games they played. They jumped up on us.
Yeah, they did score the first
7-0
touchdown ever on Euros New Field.
I think I have a lot of, friends on that team.
Yeah, a lot of connections still.
That I think are pretty good athletes. So, I mean.
Yeah. I think they lost 6 total games by less than 21 points.
Yeah, it's just couldn't catch a break.
The only ones that got blown out in was us and Belfry and Lawrence County.
They were in a game versus Berg, weren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
See, that just shows you.
We almost beat PLD too.
Yeah, we had
Lawrence Dunbar.
Yep.
Oh,
that was our homecoming game.
We all thought we were all going to get smacked. We all showed up to the game thinking we're going to get beat by 50.
And the Paul Lawrence Dunbar game, you didn't have 2 of your starters.
Yeah.
How was y'all's student section when y'all played us?
Terrible.
I know y'all were packed in there at first.
Yeah,
I remember.
It was really good for about the first 5 minutes, and then y'all scored, and then it was a little quieter. Then y'all hit that 2-point conversion on that first touchdown, and we're okay. It's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get ugly real quick. Was that in the plan?
That was not planned.
I didn't think
No,
so.
the ball rolled up, and Connor Hughes, the holder, great kid. He's our backup quarterback.
I could tell.
Is he going to be the one next year after you leave?
So he just graduated.
Okay.
Yeah, he's very good.
So who's in line after you then?
I don't know.
I really don't know.
There's a few that they're working on. I don't know.
How far were you doing the depth chart?
For quarterback?
Yeah.
He's probably 4th or 5th, honestly.
Fourth or fifth string. You see Mason Likens coming in the game.
Was like
He
number
threw-
2.
He threw a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jules Farrow.
He threw a few last year for us too.
I did throw a couple.
Better watch
last
out,
year.
Logan. He's coming for
I
you.
threw to him,
He's
then he
coming
threw to
for you.
Jules.
Yeah. Trick plays are my favorite. I love watching them.
I actually had one pick this year. We set up
Yeah.
the play wrong.
I tackled the guy for him, though. It's all right.
I think
We set the play up wrong.
was that in
here.
the playoffs?
That was Paintsville. That was right before the playoffs.
Oh yeah. I watched your touchdown pass in the playoffs. I
Yeah.
was at that game.
Yep.
Me and Cole.
Our game's a lot of fun. Like the
Yeah, I thought so.
environment. Yeah, most people say that.
Like
environment's
all your
pretty good.
fans, all the stomping and
Yeah,
the
they're crazy.
bells and all, nuts.
Yeah, they're crazy.
Like it's
Fireworks
just high school
blasting.
football, but like you'd think you're in Texas.
yeah,
I
it's
mean,
awesome.
Yeah. So, what is your prediction and goal for Raceland football this season to round out the?
For
Conversation
sure, I'm not too worried about a regular season as long as we grow a little bit each week. But I would like to get back to where we were, and I would like to finish it. Pikeville lost a lot of players, but so did we. So I feel like the matchup will be a little bit closer to this year. But I just want to get back to where we were and try to finish it last year.
As as Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Blue Jays first baseman, once said, "Last year was the trailer. This year's the movie." So.
I like that. That's good.
Next Instagram
All right,
caption
so
right there.
now we turn to you, Mr. Mason. What is your goal moving forward with your track
National
career?
Oh, outdoor state champion.
Yeah, we gotta teach them the indoor kids can do it too.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll be back, and we're gonna get stories from both of them. And we're back with our story time segment, and I think we're gonna let Mason begin our little discussion here, as we're taking it back, I guess, to Braden's 5th grade birthday party.
Long time ago.
This was an event.
And event
forgot.
history.
Oh yeah.
We went to the woods for something. I forgot what we.
Well, because me and you before when I moved in, I had the woods in my backyard, and we were
remember the
basically just scavengers. We found
we just, like,
a push plow, like an old farmer tool, had like a little rake on the back and a big wheel, and you just push it. My dad tried to use it once to plow the garden, and he couldn't. Like he made his hands bleed and everything. It was
That's a man.
It's like
That's a man's tool.
It's like
It is
60,
a man's tool.
it was like 60, 70 years old maybe. I mean, and then so we found a motorcycle engine back there.
We found a lot of stuff.
We found a lot of stuff back there, but we were gonna build just gonna build like a base, like a hideout,
Like a little
hangout
fort.
spot. Yeah, fort. Because we watched. Oh, what was that YouTuber?
Oh gosh, I don't even know. It's probably those Indians that build all the time.
Yeah, some Australian dude or something.
Yeah, like no, there's like videos of like Indians who like post like massive cities they construct.
Out of
And it's
Yeah.
like
clay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they build out
it's
of
like-
clay and like
I
little
mean-
sticks.
yeah, and it's like a 40-minute video, a project that took like 5 years.
Well, like they dig out a pool, and like it's like a 15-minute video, but clearly it took them like months to do.
Oh yeah.
It's nuts. But yeah, we watched a lot of those videos. Thought
It's
we
always
could build
sped
a
up
fort.
in like 2x.
Yeah, we never built
more
a
than
fort.
that, it's like times 24 speed. We're like flying through 5 years in like
Yeah.
4 minutes.
We never built the fort.
No, that never got.
Well,
that.
we didn't get to because
Well, yeah, well, so we go down there to show. It was me, Mason, Jonah, and then
Trey,
Trey.
Clark,
Clark wasn't there yet. Clark showed up
no.
later. He missed all of this.
Jackson Greer.
was there. Ryan
yeah, because
Conley
Jackson was
there.
in the window like after it turned dark and he was like banging on the window and we thought they'd come back.
Yeah, Ryan Conley was there. It was me, Hugh, Jonah, Ryan, Jackson. There was Trey, and then Clark. Yeah, so Clark wasn't there yet. We go down. Mason and I go down in the woods to show them where we're building our fort. We just explore the woods. We have like this. It comes to like a triangle point at one point, so we were walking all the way around that.
I'd say it was like 6 o'clock, dude. So it was right before.
Yeah,
dark.
it was right before it got dark because my birthday's in February. And then we were at the spot that we're building our fort, and we look up because there's a big bank right here.
There's like a
and then
ridge.
There's a
like,
big
right
ridge bank
above.
right here, and then there's the flat ground and then a creek. That's where we were. We're on the flat ground. We look up, and there are these two girls standing there, just staring at us,
Just randomly in the
like the
woods.
kids. from
Yeah,
the
like
movie.
something you like. You know that scene in The Shining where like the little two
exactly.
girls are like standing in the
Come
hallway.
play with us.
Freddy Krueger. I mean,
Yeah.
I thought I was in the hills have eyes. At that
Yeah,
point.
and like So
and they have a dog. They haven't. No, do they have a dog?
They didn't have a dog there, but no, they were like, they go, "Who are you all?" And Mason.
No, I swear it was Clark.
No, I said
Clark wasn't there.
No, I said we come in peace, like an alien.
Jonah puts up the Star Trek thing. We come in peace, and then Mason jumps in, and then everybody starts chanting that, and I was like, "What are y'all doing?"
Because we were fifth graders, we were like little dumb kids.
Is what they were.
And
then they go.
You know, those girls are probably in high school now. They were.
Probably.
They weren't that much.
They weren't that much younger than us. They're probably freshmen.
I'd like to find out who that was.
Yeah.
Oh
anyway.
yeah, I see them riding their 4-wheelers all the time back there behind my house. I think they're moving.
Interesting.
But and then so the girls are like, "You all need to leave." Like, why? We're just
make us.
make us. And then they go. We're gonna go get our daddy, Mason. You can tell him what you said.
I'm trying to think of what I said. It was something along the line like, "I don't care, go get him" or something.
Yeah, it's like, "Go get your dad."
He said, "We ain't scared of your daddy."
Yes, that's exactly what it was.
And then the kids go, "Well, he got a shotgun in the pit bull," and by the time we saw these two kids, Trey booked it.
Yeah, Trey.
So we just stood there and we continued to explore for a couple of minutes, and the girls had disappeared. Like after he said that, they just disappeared.
Trey's already booked it, having an asthma attack back at my house, having to use my inhaler, and then like
all of a sudden
we hear a pit bull barking, and we hear.
We all run as fast.
That's when we took off.
Booked it. That was horrifying.
No one made it like out of that woods without running at least a 340.
That
3 second flat 40.
That night was nuts because once we got back to the house, my mom got us each a little Lego set that we all built, and Clark showed up. We played some basketball in the front yard. We go to watch a movie. We go to watch Jurassic World. We had the surround sound turned on. It was up like all the way. As soon as the movie comes on, you hear boom. House shakes. Clark flies off the couch. Like, we all had like a heart attack. It was horrifying.
So you had like a pull-out couch. Didn't Clark get under?
No, that was later in the night. This was in the living room. That was in the game room. And then, so we watched the movie. We don't really pay attention. We're fifth graders. We're talking. Yeah. And then we build our Lego sets, which is going to be important for a later event in the story.
I don't even remember that.
Oh, you will.
I don't remember
you will want to tell you. You will want.
No, I don't remember the Lego sets.
It was a little. You remember episode 5 of Star Wars when they're on Hoth, the little snow speeders. Mm-hmm. It was one of those. So we go in the playroom and we're starting to play video games. We play NCAA like 08, like basketball.
Oh no, it's the mascots.
No, that wasn't this time.
The mascot.
We played the mascot.
That's a good game.
We did in football, but we played the basketball one. And Jonah's the only one who knew how to play. So he scored about 60, 70 on all of us in the first half. So that was quite.
Because I was a kid. Because when I was a little kid, I no life those games.
Yeah, he still does occasionally. We have a solid week over the summer where that's all we do. But then we started playing Injustice. It's a fun video game.
Yeah.
And Trey was yelling at us for spamming buttons.
Oh, he was getting mad.
Trey was
recently recovering from his bout with asthma.
Yeah. Trey he had a real rough night.
He was still recovering.
Trey had a rough night. And then we were on this like futon pull-out bed that you could prop up in the back. So we propped it up. Clark crawled under there and just went to sleep. He missed the majority of the night. He was out.
No one could find Clark. He was just
we knew where he was because we dared him to get under there. When we couldn't find him was when we were here. We had your birthday party here, and he disappeared. It turns out he was asleep under a little play set for like hours.
Yeah, I used to have like a rock wall, like and slide thing, and Clark had literally crawled under the thing. It had like a little hideout area.
He was the only one who
could
fit. Only one that could fit. I mean, he don't know how he got in there.
He was a tiny guy.
Yeah. And then, so Clark's asleep. He's out. Mason finds a tub of Vaseline.
Big tub.
That sounds about right.
So he two finger walks up to Trey and just wham right across the shoulder on his brand new shirt, and Trey starts screaming and yelling.
I was so mad.
So we all start.
Oh my God! You know what I also remember about that night is Trey kept filming him musically. That would go, "The sun is in my eyes."
Yes.
And every 5
Oh
seconds,
my
I swear to
God.
God, I heard that. He deserved it.
musically
Just for
that.
that.
Oh. And then so we all started hucking Vaseline at each other, and
What kind of party was this, boys?
That's what I was gonna say.
and then Trey starts to just like fist fight all of us. And we go in the living room, and he shoves me against the couch. I pick up like one of the,
You
I
got
pick
a
up,
whole
I pick,
handful.
I pick up the Lego boxes, and I just start chucking them at him. And then he calmed down. He walked back in the playroom, in the game room for a little bit. And then we were all sitting out there like game planning what we're gonna do to him next. So Mason gets in there.
Trey was picked on as a child.
We called Trey out of the room. We're like, we're not gonna mess with you anymore. It's fine. And so Mason has the Vaseline behind his back, and he rubs it all down Trey's shirt.
Oh, it was a good handle.
And
It
Trey
was a good,
Trey
like, whole
screamed
hand.
and he started crying. And he goes, "Oh my God, for Pete's sakes!"
He starts talking and
And
just like-
he turned into a Brit. I mean, it was awful. He goes in the playroom and he just sits there and cries for a solid 30 minutes because he's like, I have baseball practice at 9 o'clock in the morning and this is a brand new T-shirt. My dad's gonna be so mad at me. And yeah, that was an eventful night.
There's a video somewhere
Moral of the story.
of us when we ran
Oh
in.
yeah,
and
we
started making fun
all
of
we
him.
all each one after another would open the door and go, "For Pete's sakes," and close it.
Oh, he loses his mind after every one. There's a video of it somewhere.
Lost in the clouds somewhere. Yeah, there's a video.
Someone has.
Nah, the Chinese probably got it.
Probably.
Probably picked it up off that balloon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's our story. Y'all have one that you can tell?
Oh, the Hillbilly Woods.
I'm talking about the Hillbilly Woods.
Yeah.
All right, so it's kind of like your story a lot with Coming with the Woods. So you used to live in Belhaven, right?
Yeah, I was like right outside of it. Yeah.
Okay, so
Right behind you. Right behind
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
So I don't know why we got this idea. 7th, 8th graders. We're stupid. So we get all
Seems
the
to be the
guys.
theme.
Yeah. We said it while we were on the break. 7th and 8th graders, professional morons.
Yeah,
So-
that seems to be the theme of today.
So I think I called the guys over, like Matthew Haggard, Mason, Ethan O'Born, me,
Drew.
Renzi,
I think Matthew Sloan was there too.
Matthew Sloan.
He lived in that area.
And
Yeah.
we're like, we found an old truck in the woods, back like deep in the woods. Let's go and see what we can mess with tonight. So we go back there.
Clearly a smart.
Yeah, great idea.
There was vines and everything
Brilliant.
growing around it.
2 in the morning, great idea. So we're on our pack. We got Matthew Haggard in front of us because big strong boy, and he was walking through.
Yeah, he could fend off somebody with a stick, I imagine.
Yeah, I think he had a bucket hat on or something.
He had something on.
He would.
He loves his bucket hat.
He had a bucket hat on.
That dude's he's already a middle-aged father.
Oh yeah, man. And we're walking down there, and I think we get to the truck.
We get there and we start jumping on it.
Yeah, we
messing
start
around with it,
screwing around with the truck, beating on it, and
throwing bottles.
somebody starts yelling, and we're like, "Uh-oh." So they were literally shooting, weren't they?
Oh, they were throwing shots at us.
They were like shooting at a bunch of 15-year-old boys.
Who?
The hillbillies.
We
The
haven't
the
went back-
random
we-
hillbillies?
We haven't
No,
went back since.
they're like legitimate Hills Have Eyes, like did not graduate high school, like live
Like,
in,
who are these?
Live
I feel like.
in the woods.
live in the woods. And
True
feel-
rednecks.
Okay, listen. I feel like the government should be tasked with hunting these guys down.
I
They can't
would-
just live in the
Their
woods
names are probably
uncivilized.
Bubba Ray and Earl.
yeah,
I mean,
I would not want to hunt them down.
Yo, Earl, he's got the red beard. And
yeah.
he's-
Oh yeah, the big. Oh,
With
flannels.
like the type with the jeans like tucked in their boots.
He had the overalls.
Yeah.
The overalls, no shirt on.
Yeah, just scary.
Yeah.
ass. And they're firing at us. And we all split up because we know how to get back. We just took different paths so we didn't get shot. And I'm following Matthew Haggard. And I swear he's a bulldozer. He was running through every small tree.
So there's like little deer paths you can follow. No,
He said screw the deer pass.
he was running through
he-
thorns.
if it was a brush, he was just taking straight off. So I was like, yeah, I'm getting behind him. He cleared everything out for me. We got back. Matthew's like bleeding. He's beat up. He's like, boys, I'm hurt. And I'm like, well, it's your own fault. We haven't went back since.
See, I went with Matthew Sloan, and we all jumped the fence. Matthew tried jumping it and exploded the wooden fence.
yeah, he did. It was hilarious, and we haven't been back on the scene.
There's a good reason why.
Yeah, probably Earl's still camping out there waiting for you guys.
While we were exploring, we probably weren't too far off from finding that our 5th and 6th grade year.
Yeah, no, we weren't far at all. Yeah,
Earl. That could have been us. I mean,
could have been 5th grade us.
So
we went midday every time.
We went at like 1, 2 in the morning.
Yeah,
my only explanation for this is that Earl must be hiding a treasure in Belhaven Woods.
Oh, it's in the truck. It's got to be inside the truck.
I'm guessing Moonshine Distillery. Yeah, for sure. Something's back there that
maybe just like some business partners. You think if
definitely a meth lab.
It's something.
We got some Breaking Bad stuff going on there. Yeah,
give us a GoPro. I'll go back there one day.
Oh yeah,
give me a decent
camera. You don't even live in that area anymore.
It don't matter. That's a good.
Yeah, we'll literally drive up there and we'll just go explore.
We'll all 4 go up there. We'll vlog it.
I ain't doing it.
Why not? You cannot be scared of Earl. You can't let Earl scare you.
Earl scared me.
Once I heard a 9 and
40
started going off.
No, you cannot.
Boom.
Listen.
Oh no.
If you let this hillbilly, this man named Earl, who is uneducated and maybe has a gun, maybe not.
He had a gun. He was shooting them at us.
Well, if you're scared of him, Logan, you're going to be living the rest of your life scared. You cannot back down to Earl.
There's branches falling on top of your head.
Either of y'all get flagged.
I got a little more to live for than Earl does, so.
Either of y'all get flagged? Yeah.
No one got hit. Earl's a terrible shot.
Earl was drunk or something.
Earl's pretty much a stormtrooper.
I hear.
It was going everywhere but us.
I was like, oh no.
Oh, he was a stormtrooper then.
Yeah, it was hitting everything.
George Lucas
but
employed him to get y'all.
I don't know what was going on. I just haven't been back.
We haven't been back. That was terrible.
That sounds horrifying.
Like I said, I think you guys need to go explore it.
All of our legs.
I'm honestly down.
I am down.
You want to do it tonight?
Tonight, no.
Why?
Tomorrow night I'm down.
Why won't you do it tonight?
Because he's scared.
Why don't you do it tonight? All the guys are coming over. Let's go.
They're coming over to your house?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah, I'm good for it. I'll bring my boots and jeans.
Okay, see you there.
And they're gonna go confront Earl.
And we're going to get a video of it.
I'll take a picture on that truck for you, just to show that there's a truck out there.
Yeah. Just like vlog it if you can, and then send us the footage. We'll put it in. Maybe.
All right.
Maybe, yeah.
We might just put it on mute. I'll put it on mute and give like
we might have
background.
to. Put some background music in.
And hopefully you encounter Earl and you give him what's for.
I hope we don't.
We don't encounter Earl.
He's got to be like older now.
Yeah,
I imagine he can't walk.
I'm not going to be packing a gun, and Earl's going to be packing a gun. That's the problem.
Yeah. Earl.
We should take paintball guns.
Oh.
No, because they don't think you're armed. If he catches a glimpse of you, they don't think you're armed.
Yeah,
listen, I'll bet you Earl
paintballs and you shoot.
Earl's probably a big defender of the Second Amendment. So if you brought
absolutely.
If you brought some paintball guns, he'd be down to have a
Earl's
firefight.
Earl's for sure got that gun and that meme you sent me. It was like, I built this when I was tripping on acid. I don't want to touch it, but it's for sale.
Yeah, this guy on Marketplace was trying to.
Yeah, it was like I was like. Earl has one of those.
It had some computer chip on the background.
Who knows what Earl has? Earl probably has like a military grade base out there.
He lives in a weird.
He has a bunker
house.
for sure. Yeah.
You think he's
like
one of those?
Prepper. He's definitely a prepper.
Yeah, he's definitely a prepper. He definitely has like all.
He definitely thought Y2K was the end of the world.
If
he was prepared.
Now, he does have horses though.
How old do you think Earl was?
I don't know. All I saw was the big flash of a gun.
A muzzle flash.
Yeah, I saw the muzzle flash and I'm out.
That's enough for me.
Yeah,
I heard it and I heard. Nope, not today. Not today, and that's when I took off.
So, if you're in Belhaven, be sure to look out for Earl.
Yeah.
Earl's on the backside of Belhaven.
Yeah, you got to go through the woods. I mean, you got to go looking for him. Like,
it's a mile hike or more through the woods.
You have to try to find him.
Yeah, if you want to find Earl,
you have to try.
Contact me. I'll
you have to
lead a search part. You could charge for like tours. Like you could make a business
Earl tours.
out of running.
I would have to get some
tours to Earl.
I'd have to get some legitimate documents signed. I'm not
liable in any way.
For any way he gets shot by a redneck.
Waivers. Hardcore.
For sure.
18 or older, there.
That's what you can do as a business.
21 or older.
Like it could feature in like one of those TV shows, like Biggest Mysteries of the World.
Finding
Earl.
Speaking of Biggest Mysteries in the World, whenever I'd stay at Mason's house when we were like 5th, 6th grade, we would go down the rabbit hole of watching those videos, like crazy, like conspiracy theories or like world's most dangerous prisons. It varied extremely, or just music videos. I mean,
it really just depended.
Yeah, or The Flash. We watched The Flash a lot too.
We watched The Flash. What else we watched?
That was his dog.
So they're going to find Earl tonight. We'll see if we can get footage for that. But I think that about wraps up our story time.
Yeah.
Right. And we are back with our final segment of the show here with our two special guests. And we are going to turn it over to we decided that we wanted to do a sports debate about whether NIL money awarded to the athletes through their play is ruining college sports or if it is helping college sports. So over here on this side, we have these two who believe that NIL money is ruining college sports. And then over here, we have the smarter individuals who are going to prove these two wrong and tell them why the NIL money does, in fact, make college athletics better.
More entertaining, yeah.
So, do you guys want to go first, or do you want me to?
I mean, I can let you go.
No, you can go first. We'll just chime in.
All right.
And you can chime in on us.
I mean, for one, look at Clemson right now. They're currently not in any Final Four in just about every one of their sports now. When they used to be a big-time powerhouse, always in the finals, always in the...
Clemson basketball sucks.
Yeah,
so throw that away.
Clemson
Clemson
like
baseball,
football.
also terrible.
Clemson football.
Clemson football. Dabo Swinney has several times decided not to use the transfer portal. This was even before NIL money. Dabo Swinney decided that he didn't want to use the transfer portal. That's why he sucked. Some of their best athletes have come from the transfer portal. That Henry Toto or whatever, that great linebacker they had for several years came from Tennessee. You know, you see Ohio State picking up transfers. You see Alabama playing it now.
LSU's big in the transfer portal.
Like, Clemson has to adapt to modern college football, quite
Stuck
frankly.
in the Stone Age.
They are. But, I mean, like, if you're a recruit, you're 18 years old. If someone offers you a little bit more money, it might not be the best fit for you, but...
Especially...
Well, Mason, Alabama offers you $30 million. You didn't really want to go to Alabama, but, I mean, it's Alabama, and they're offering you $30 million.
But Alabama doesn't have to have NIL money for me to go there.
Okay, let's pretend that you're a recruit that doesn't want to go to Alabama for some whatever reason.
All right, so you have say you grew up in like Baton Rouge, LSU, all the way. Alabama's offering you $1 million more, which is a lot of money.
Which I think
I'd still pick LSU.
I'm probably still going to LSU. If
Absolutely.
I want to go to LSU, the money if it's only how much money are they offering?
Say LSU's
I'd
offering
go to
9,
another school for
Alabama's
$1
offering 10.
million
How
easy.
much?
LSU's offering 9, Alabama's offering 10.
I'm still gonna. So if Kentucky's offering me $9,000, and I'd go to Tennessee. All right, if Tennessee's offering me $9,000,
Why are you going to Tennessee?
and Kentucky's offering me $10,000, I'm going to Tennessee.
You go to Tennessee over UK?
Yes. Would you not?
I wouldn't be allowed. No, I would. My family would.
Well,
I
you'd
would
never
be,
get in that position
I would
anyway,
be
so we don't
shunned
have to
out of
worry
my-
about
That's
that.
true. I would be shunned out of my family if I picked Tennessee over.
But the things
UK.
we were talking about, like, you're risking blowing your knee out any day, not making any money at all, just being done with your sport. And I feel like, the athletes they're working hard.
Imagine like Tua, like he got those head injuries. Could you
Yes.
imagine if he had never made the NFL?
Yeah.
Like
Broke.
he'd just have like a head injury and he couldn't get a job.
Yep.
He'd just be completely a bum.
Exactly.
And
I
like
mean, I wouldn't say you're a bum because you're walking out with a...
he's got a bum head. Like he just
He
does
couldn't do
seizures.
anything.
You're walking out...
Imagine if that was in college.
I mean, you're still...
I'm sure nothing against a business degree. I'm sure he has a business degree or something.
You're
You
still
probably
walking
don't know
out-
how to use it. He's an
Yeah.
athlete.
You're still walking out with a 4-year
I don't think he
degree
ever.
paid
I don't think he
paid
ever
off.
finished his degree. He graduated after 3 years.
There you go. So he's nothing without if he.
I mean, that's because he went straight to the NFL. Which I think college basketball needs to make a rule like that, too. Where you
Oh
have to
yeah,
stay
I
more
don't.
than
I don't
one
hate
year.
the one and done rule.
Yeah, I don't like the one and done.
I like the one about if you're good enough. You're
Yeah,
ready to
why
go.
not?
Yeah, if you're ready to go, if you're up to game speed, why wouldn't you go? Why would you risk injuries? That's my thing. You got to look at what's best for yourself. And those athletes, they want to make the money. That's the ultimate goal, even from a young kid. You want to make the millions. So if you think you're ready to make the millions and you are ready, why not? Go.
And the choice always still remains, right? If you really love college basketball that much, you can stay and try to win more national titles, but the money is calling. That's why they all leave.
If you don't want to make your millions and you want to risk getting hurt and never making it and stay in college, you can. But, who really
Which,
wants to
if they
that?
do that, I think they need to get rid of the one and done rule then. if you're getting paid in college, why?
I mean, here's a
Why
great
still have the
example,
one of
and
those?
Some guys
because
don't get paid.
I'll
Then
pick
you're
up
not good enough to make the NFL.
I'll pick up on Joe Burrow. He could have stayed. He was like projected to be like a mid-round draft pick, like his junior year or whatever.
Yeah, if he
he
would've-
decides to stay another extra season, and he's the first overall pick in the draft.
If he would have left LSU his first year there, he wouldn't. I don't even know if he would have been drafted, because like you're gonna ask most LSU fans, we were not sold on that guy. I love.
I wasn't. I made fun of him all the time
He
for how
did.
Joe Burrow played in the first season. I
did.
was, in fact,
Even though Joe Burrow still won 10 games in that first season.
My father is a huge
More than
Bengals
Auburn.
fan, and I was just a big hater for Joe Burrow for the longest time because, yeah, he had that historic season, but like he was a mediocre quarterback before that season. Like let's call a spade a spade. He was mediocre.
Got some good coaching. Joe Burrow turned out to be. He had the best season that any quarterback's ever had in college football.
Joe Burrow's him.
Best Heisman season ever.
It's true.
Best season from any college team ever.
That might be a little biased.
Nobody's beaten that 2019 LSU team.
2001 Miami.
No. Yep, that's where I was going.
2001 Miami
Yep.
is the best college football team ever put on a field.
I would like to see their defense play LSU's offense. That would be the greatest game ever played.
I literally watched that 30 for 30 the other day in Miami. Their coach, these kids were so like, I didn't mean to use this word, but like from the hood, like their coach was like, anyone that has a gun, please turn it into one of the coach's office. Yeah.
I mean, they had guys
Dang.
like Ed Reed, Sean Taylor was on that team.
Yeah, Sean Taylor was on that team.
I think
They had some dudes who were going to turn your lights out.
was Ray Lewis wasn't on that
No.
team at that time. He left a few years before that.
They were there to kill you, not just
Yeah.
not just
Yeah,
hurt
it
you.
would be interesting. I think LSU would lose in like 2001 rules where you're allowed to like take somebody's head
Yeah.
off.
Jonah, do you remember what year they were playing in the national championship and it was over? Like, so I was watching, I forget who they were playing. It might have been Nebraska. And no, it was Ohio State.
They beat Nebraska.
Was it Ohio State?
I don't remember. I know they played both of them in national
Okay.
title games.
It was Ohio State, and there was like 2 seconds to go. They were up by 3 or 6 or something, and the quarterback threw a pass to the wide receiver and called it, incomplete. Game's over. They all storm the field. A flag comes out. They come back on the field. They're on the 1. Ohio State runs it in. They win it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was awful.
Yeah,
I hate Ohio State winning anything. So.
Oh yeah, LSU's beat Ohio State in the national championship. They've beat
No one cares
Oklahoma,
about
Ohio State, and Clemson twice.
Wow. Useless information.
Yeah, but now you have it. So
Oh, I didn't want it.
Do you guys know Reed Carrico?
From Ironton.
Yeah.
You think he's going to be getting some minutes this year?
I hope. I'd love to see a guy from this area get some minutes.
I think he will.
He played a little last year.
Dude's a stud.
Have
Played
you
special
guys-
teams last year, didn't
Have
he?
you guys been keeping watch on Colin Porter?
Oh yeah.
He's down there at Liberty. He's a starter down there, and he's
I don't watch a lot of basketball.
I don't
He's
either,
really
but
good.
he's
pretty good. Like he's not bad.
he's averaging like
he's
6
like the
assists
second.
this year.
He was like the second best player on that Liberty team
Huh.
He was pretty cut.
behind
Blake Hester up at Akron. He was like a week or two ago. He was like the player of the week for spring ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
2 touchdowns, 100 yards or something. Dude's a stud. And he played at Ashland with Keontae. That's when they were just
Absolutely
yeah,
something
no.
else.
I remember.
that was bad.
Yeah, I remember I watched us play Ashland that year when they had Keontae. He took one like 90 yards to the house, and then I go home and watch the Braves lose to the Dodgers in the NLCS.
It was a bad night.
Yeah, I remember Will Smith hit a home run off of Will Smith that night.
Keontae was a freak of nature.
Did he go play college ball?
No.
No, he was at
He went to Eastern.
Army. He went to Army first.
I don't,
Then
know-
he
I don't
went
know
to
if he ever
Eastern.
went.
Did
Well,
he?
he had the Army offer. Then he's at Eastern, and then I think he hurt his wrist. And some people.
Did
just
he ever
fall
play
off
for
it.
Army?
No.
Did
Was he on the team?
Did he never decide to run track or anything?
No, I don't think so.
The dude was fast.
Yeah.
His little brother's on Ashland's team, isn't he?
Harris. He moved to Ironton.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Is
Pulled
he
a
playing
Kentucky
down
offer the third day he was there.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
I
he's
remember,
like
oh my
really
god!
good.
I remember playing him in the playoffs last year. We couldn't tackle that dude, and then I had the entire student section yelling at me because I was calling it how it was. We're not gonna
So-
win this game. We can't tackle. I mean, and then Carson. I called Carson's 93-yard touchdown.
Oh yeah, I remember.
I called it. You can ask Jonah. I was sitting right there when it happened. I was like, we're right here. Of course, if you say it every single play, it's gonna happen at least
Yeah,
once.
yeah. I'm guilty
But-
for that too.
It's like gambling.
Yeah.
Eventually you have to
a low
win.
win rate, but I did win on that play.
He did eventually break even.
My gambling days are over. Me and Mason went on a cruise the other day, and tried out the casino, and lost every dollar we brought in there. So
Now, in fairness, we only put like $30 worth in
Yeah.
towards it.
Yeah, start low.
Just little penny
and,
slots.
and that was a good life lesson there.
Yeah, it taught me never to go back in a casino. 'Cause it's
You know,
You
I
ain't
always
got good
find it
luck.
funny that at the end of the DraftKings ad, they put
If you have a gambling
if you have a
addiction, call this
gambling
number.
addiction, call the number. Well, you guys probably caused it. It's like a
Yeah.
it's like a cigarette
Oh,
ad
yeah.
coming on the end and saying like, well, if you have cancer, you can call this number.
Yeah.
It's like cigarettes are like, these are highly addictive, by the way. If you're addicted, call this number. It's not.
We might
You
help
made the cigarettes. Or like if you're an alcoholic and you're like, Budweiser's like, oh, by the way, if you drink too much, call that number.
Because
I mean,
it's just really shady. Because like you're the one that
not going
pushed your product in the first place.
yeah.
You know.
Please drink responsibly. Showing everybody having a great time at a party, like absolutely blasted. Drink responsibly.
They know what they're
You
doing.
know what's going
They
on
know
at that
exactly
party
what they're
is
doing. It's
not
marketing.
responsibly.
It's marketing. It
Did
works.
you know there was actually a court case where there was a commercial for Budweiser, and when the person in the ad drank the Budweiser, he was transported to a beach with like 3 girls in bikinis surrounding the guy in the drink, and so a guy drank the Budweiser, and like it didn't happen obviously, so he took Budweiser to court for
False
selling
advertisement.
false
False
advertising. No,
advertising.
of course not. The judge told him he was crazy.
Beat Ups recently had a class action lawsuit against them because their boneless wings are chicken nuggets, which everybody knows that.
Yeah,
But
going into it, you know what they are.
But you don't. I mean, the fact that they call
I
them,
actually do make fun of people who eat boneless wings.
it's not wing meat, so it's.
Love boneless wings,
Love
dude.
boneless.
I like boneless wings too.
Stop.
I have boneless
Why?
wings.
You're not eating wings.
Nah, when you eat
We
the
know
bone-
we're not eating wings.
It's like going to like a
We're
great
not doing it for the
hamburger
experience.
store.
I just
We
want
like
chicken
them.
nuggets with sauce on them. That's
Yeah,
all I
they're
want.
good.
It's like going to an amazing steak restaurant, but you order a burger. Like, yeah, they're the same
Steak places
thing.
have good burgers most of the time.
Shut up. They had the same. They're both really good, but it's not the same. Just like boneless wings. They're good. They're not. I don't know. I don't eat boneless wings because they suck. They're chicken nuggets. But boneless wings are better. And if you don't eat boneless wings, you're-
Boneless wings are more expensive.
Yeah, and there's not as much to them.
Yeah.
Half of it's bone,
Yeah,
and
that's
then it's all over your face. And,
It's all over your fingers.
Yeah,
and-
ugh. I don't
no,
like
it's good. It's the way you should eat it. I went to the original
Okay.
Anchor Bar where they created the chicken wing. They don't sell boneless wings.
I would
There's a
eat
reason why, ladies and gentlemen.
I would
I
have
would
eaten
order
it.
them.
Well,
All
then
right. How
you
do y'all like
guys don't like chicken wings.
All right, staying on the topic of food. By the way, sports segment's completely out the window. Now we're just talking. Staying on the topic of food, how do you like your steak cooked?
medium well.
Respectable.
Medium rare.
Medium rare.
I like medium rare.
Medium well.
I mean, I like it a little. I don't like it.
Most of my my dad's side of the family likes theirs well done.
Why?
Ooh.
Just go order a burger. Like,
That part is true. Just go.
Some restaurants don't even cook well done steak.
I wouldn't.
They think it's a disgrace to the meat.
yeah.
It kind of is.
I actually like it more on the rare side,
Yeah,
than
me
like
too.
medium rare.
Like,
Like,
Get juicy.
I don't want it like purple, but like
yeah, Mr. Aldridge.
pink's a great color.
If it's
Mr.
not moon, it's fine.
Mr. Aldridge, my
Exactly.
calculus teacher, actually has like this great philosophy of like, I want my steak to be mooing at me when I'm eating it. Like, I
Yeah.
want it so
Well,
rare.
Mr. Aldrich also has a philosophy of that he thinks that if you go into a movie theater, you should be able to have a squirt gun with Coke in it. And whenever somebody's on their phone in front of you, you shoot their phone with the squirt gun with the Coke,
All
so
right, I got a
it
question.
ruins
on
their
movie theater.
phone.
So when you're going to a movie theater, I think me and Mason are both. You know, we both do this. Do you stop at a gas station and buy whatever you want? before you go in?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll be walking in there with like a jacket on and
Fun fact.
It'll be in the middle of summer. I got a big puffy jacket on.
Yeah,
I'm
shout,
walking in.
shout out
Who's
Katie.
gonna buy like their $5-6 little
it's outrageous.
package of
Oh my God.
candy?
It's
It's
insane.
It's outrageous.
Shout out Katie Jaworski. She gave me free O'Charlie's rolls, and then I carried a bag of O'Charlie's rolls inside a sweatshirt into a movie.
I've taken Taco Bell bags in there.
Oh, I've taken bean burritos in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like 3 bean burritos sitting in my
them in your
pocket. I
pants.
had them in
Could
my-
you imagine being the ones
Go
like
into Moe's. Come out.
That'd be a
Shout
rough
out
one.
Moe's. We actually just ate there.
That'd be a rough one.
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
You'd have to stop mid-movie.
Yeah, you'd be sitting in the mid-movie just,
Hold on. Could you imagine being the person that's to clean up and they're like really confused why there's Taco Bell
Yeah.
all over the theater?
Why is there a Doritos taco right there?
Or a pickle.
Bro,
He got the Big Daddy pickle one time. You know,
I love pickles.
Yeah.
he ate half of it, drops it, and he
And
just
it starts squirming around.
it's like it's alive. It's
I remember
squirming.
snail trail down
remember-
in between the seats. Then we kicked it, and they just.
I remember you got one of those when we went and watched Justice League and you hated it.
Oh yeah, that was terrible. I ate like 2 bites out of it. And I was like,
I love pickles.
Pickles are great.
I do too. I just don't
Pickles
like that pickle.
suck.
Do you like cucumbers?
I do like
love
cucumbers.
I'm done with you.
You are very clearly in the minority here.
I also really like pineapples on pizza. Pineapples
Me
on
too.
pizza
Me
are
too.
so good.
Yeah.
Love pineapple pizza.
Oh,
Hawaiian
Mason
style.
here.
I can get with ranch with pizza, but not
Absolutely
pineapples.
Ranch, stop.
ranch
Who
makes me-
eats ranch on pizza?
I
That is so
hate ranch.
disgusting.
I don't want pizza if there's no ranch.
I hate
What?
ranch. Ranch is disgusting.
I don't even get that. You have pizza sauce on it.
No.
Why do you need ranch?
I literally do not like pizza if there's no ranch. I won't eat it.
Okay.
Why?
Yeah, he will.
Like, what
he'll
does
go to
that
Giovanni's
provide?
buffet and he'll get like a big bowl of ranch.
Yeah,
and
you got
just
to.
dip it.
No, you
Why?
don't. You don't have to.
What does
You
it
have
taste
to.
like?
You don't have
Amazing.
Heaven.
to. It doesn't. Ranch is disgusting.
Right.
All right, Jonah. How do
I don't-
you eat pizza rolls?
Do you use ranch?
No.
With pizza rolls?
No, I don't eat pizza
You
rolls.
just eat them
What?
things
How do you
later.
not eat pizza rolls?
Because I don't like frozen food that much.
No, no, do you
it's
get it-
processed. It's
Do
disgusting.
you get them crunchy
Rich
or
kid
soft?
activities right here.
Do you get them crunchy or soft on pizza rolls?
Either or. Doesn't really matter.
Medium.
Medium, yeah, in between.
I don't want them too crunchy.
Air
I
fryer or
like them.
microwave?
Air
I like them a
fryer.
little-
Everyone on the
softer.
planet
Oh,
will
no,
answer air
microwave.
fryer.
Microwave. You
What?
gotta
They're
get them soft.
soggy.
What do
That's
you
the good
mean?
part.
You like them soggy?
You eat them hot. You just
They're wet.
you bite the corner and then you let it cool down for a second and then you eat it.
You're
Respectable.
Why
That is
are
a
you-
great way to eat a
No,
pizza roll,
why are
but
you-
not a wet,
why-
soggy pizza roll.
Why are you drinking your pizza roll,
Yeah.
dude?
Those things are gross out of the microwave. I mean, if I'm starving and like I need it,
And that's
quick,
usually when I
Microwaves
eat pizza
are
I'll
rolls.
quicker,
slow
yeah.
it in the microwave. But if not, if the air fryer is an option, I'll take my air fryer.
That's usually when I eat them as well. I'm
Oh.
starving. And I don't want to wait.
I don't eat pizza.
And
rolls
what?
a
You
lot,
just want to slurp down some
I know-
pizza rolls? That's
I
really
know
weird.
people who eat like sandwiches. They take one bite and then they turn it and they take another and they go all the way around.
That's weird.
That is-
And then
that's
they
very
eat the
weird.
middle.
That's very weird.
That's wild.
That's weird.
I mean, I can see where they're coming from. I guess they don't want the back to shoot out on them, but
Fun
like,
fact: they also eat Kit Kats the same way. And
that's odd.
How do you
they-
guys
Are
eat
you talking
Kit-
about a specific brand?
How do you guys
I
eat
am.
Kit Kats?
I'll tell you who later. They know who they are. Watching, they know who they are.
That's
and
weird.
You might know it, but it's weird. I know. Her mom eats them the same way. Kit Kats the same way.
What, like eating out of the
Like
whole bar?
no. They take one. They break it. Take one singular bar, bite the top off, the ends, the sides, and then the bottom, and eat the wafer alone.
That's definitely a girl then.
What?
It's definitely a girl.
That's
I know who. I'll tell you who it is later.
That's
Who
that's
eats-
wild. That is so much harder than just.
What about the people that like eat hot dogs from both sides? Like they take a bite from one side and flip it.
That's weird.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
That's very odd.
I do
I've never
that.
seen anybody do that.
I haven't
I've seen
either.
a couple people do
You don't
it.
do that if like ketchup's coming off of
Yeah,
it.
Yeah,
see,
yeah,
like
yeah.
I've
See?
done that before, but like I'm like more than halfway
Dire
done with
situation.
the hot dog.
Yeah.
Dire situation.
Yeah.
Like,
Like,
all the
if
toppings.
the
gotta
dog
be
is
the
falling
foam.
out of the bun, you gotta swing that thing
Yeah, if it
around.
starts slipping out, you gotta like
Yeah, you
gotta
gotta
go real
you gotta
quick.
get it back in there. You know.
Yeah.
you gotta bite it off.
Okay.
You gotta go real quick. I mean, do you want to have a bun with no dog? I mean,
Or a dog with no bun.
No, in the end, it's just a wing.
You know I didn't know. I didn't know my like hot dogs would explode in the microwave.
Oh yeah, if you put them in there long enough.
Yeah, I've done that before.
Yeah, it exploded.
Oh, I put a corn dog in the microwave the other day.
I accidentally took a Chick-fil-A.
Oh, you put
sandwich
the wrapper in the microwave.
Did it start
Yeah.
sparking?
Yeah,
I've done that too.
it's because it's made out of. There's
It's got the
tinfoil in it.
tinfoil
Yeah,
in
it's
it,
like
yeah.
aluminum in it.
Gosh.
Did you all know that if you put a Cheetos bag in the microwave, it shrinks?
Can you still eat the Cheetos?
Well, the bag would be empty. Like an empty
Oh.
Cheetos bag. Yeah, you put it in the microwave.
Why are you putting an empty Cheetos bag in a microwave?
I didn't do it. I watched the King of Random
know
on
you did
YouTube
not.
do it.
We know you tried it.
Yeah, you for
My
sure.
parents wouldn't
You
let
seem
me.
like the
My parents
type.
wouldn't let me. I wanted to. My parents wouldn't let me. I did light a
Gee,
2
I wonder
liter.
why.
I did light a 2 liter on fire once.
Why on fire? Why not just like?
I took a lighter to it.
Why not put some Mentos
Yeah,
in there
put
and then
Mentos
light
in
it
there.
on
I've done
fire?
Have you ever taken a basketball and like pumped it up so much and then take it to where you can throw it and
You can
explode?
slam it.
No.
Something
That's crazy.
Basketball's
I've never
expensive.
done anything like that in my life.
No, you got to use those like cheap outdoor basketballs.
Yeah, like that
$5.
Walmart brand.
Really?
Like
So
go to
you have to
Five
Oh,
Below.
the ones that are like rubber.
Yeah.
Yeah, get one of the
Yeah,
ones from
outdoor.
Five Below that when you try to palm it, it just like slips out of your
Yeah.
hand because it's just no grip.
Yeah.
And you have to like hand pump it too. You can't.
Make it like a bike pump.
You
Yeah.
have to get a bike pump to pump it.
Well, you can't use one of the automatic pumps because they stop at a certain point.
It's just so scary because at any moment,
It's
any
like a-
pump is gonna explode.
Yeah, like, it doesn't have to the ground. Like in your hand, it'll explode.
I've heard them. It's like a shotgun when those things go off too.
It'll like explode. It's wild. Especially in
That-
a closed area.
That sounds like that should be my next
I feel like-
science
I feel like-
experiment.
I feel like you've done that.
Pretty cool.
I've
done it.
I might have done it a couple times.
Oh,
a couple. How many? How many are we talking?
At least 3.
Yeah,
Nice,
2 or
nice.
3.
One or two outdoors, and one was inside in the gym. It was about
Mine were outside of you.
was about
Somebody's house.
15 times louder in the gym. Your ears would drain.
Yeah. I got something. I forgot it. Yeah.
Great thought. I was gonna say that I've never popped a basketball before. I didn't even know you could do that with the. I imagine
know
you
you
could
could
with
do
the
that?
rubber. Well, with the rubber one, I guess. Like
I don't know.
I'd never
I don't know
thought
about
about
the
it
leather
like
ones.
that.
I've never tried a leather.
Leather
one.
be too hard. It would
Yeah.
just like
Like
deform first.
Yeah, you know how like it'll form sometimes on the outside if you kick them. Like
Yeah.
make them weak. It'll do that.
Oh,
on
warp.
yeah,
the
because
leather
like
ones.
the air is like sucking out of it though.
Yeah.
But I've seen like rubber basketballs that have been like in the shape of an oval before, so I do know what you're talking
We were
about.
banned in 4th grade from playing soccer with the basketballs by our teacher.
I mean, you can't forget getting banned from football and
Yeah, that
field.
was
Oh,
awful.
we got banned from football because Matthew Haggard blew this one up. He, boom! Jonah hit the deck after flying for about 2 seconds.
I remember we were playing kickball and I
Foursquare was
Foursquare.
the thing.
smoked
Foursquare
one.
was that.
Like it was line drive. I hit Drew Conley right in the face. It was. I got him right in the mouth. I was like, yep.
Bro, we had like the biggest.
Oh my god!
It was like
Recess
the
was
biggest
dangerous.
kickball field.
Haggard got. Do you remember when Haggard got dodgeball banned in 5th grade?
Yeah.
Because Connor Jordan, it was bell rang. We were getting on the wall. Haggard, wham! Hit Connor square in the face.
Was it one of those rough ones?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
And then
Do you remember the first day that we played soccer?
And
it was
Austin
Patrick
Thompson
Galvin's.
and Patrick Galvin.
So Patrick Galvin, he crawled up and he like curled himself up
Yeah.
in the corner of the goal, and Austin just so happened to kick it at about the time he poked his head out of his shell. It's like
Scott
Miss
Sterling.
Barney
Scott Sterling
literally
style.
falls.
Austin kicked the ball as hard as he could. It hit off the crossbar, hit Patrick square in the face.
Oh, it's a rough day for
and
PC.
he ran over to the hill. He's like, Miss Barney, I'm dying.
He said that exactly.
he wanted to transfer back to wherever he's
Does he still
from.
wrestle?
Yeah.
Yeah,
he carries
Carries
around
a
a suitcase.
Of course he does.
I've seen him in those.
I asked him
He
why
says-
he's doing that. He says that he has the back of like a 70-year-old.
Yeah, he says he's got back problems. It's like, no,
Oh,
we know what
please
you're keeping
do.
in there.
There's a lot of kids I forgot about. Like I forgot about him.
He took AP Euro, which is clearly a class. He slept in there every single day. His grades had to have been like a 20. He never did anything for
He's
that
in
class.
AP U.S. history now.
Yeah. So, we wanted to thank our two incredible guests that we had here today.
Thank you for having us,
Yeah,
boys.
you guys were definitely entertaining.
Oh, we're crossing, boys.
Yeah.
And if y'all want to come back on, we'll take you anytime. If y'all want to see them back on,
Yeah,
again,
definitely let us
anytime.
know.
Blow it up.
Blow it up. Share it with everyone you know.
Mom, your dog, cat. I don't care what it is. Use it,
Teacher.
Two of those are
friends.
animals. But.
Hot mom, single mom.
Hot moms.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
All right.
Cougar.
Thank y'all for watching.
Yeah.